Welcome to Muscle Finesse, part of the franchise version. Dean Delta Thomas's, Lance Samlet, and in beyond that door, hello boyo, hello, is Ultimate Finesse, the gym. This is how we do our scoops. Today we use a bit of TNT pre-workout, washed down with some branched chain amino acids, all available behind the counter. Ooh, lovely. We did do a second scoop of this, I think, but we fucking messed it up. Anyway, this is the gym where gains were made. This, guys, is the first style of hypertrophy delt work that I've done in over 12 months. Imagine that. So we did a little bit of pre-exhaust, light-ish work to start with, very high rep stuff. 30, 40, whatever, just kept repping out. The key with training this way is not taking too much rest between sets, like a minute and a half, onto the next weight, onto the next. And what I tend to do when I go to this style training is compound movements such as presses. If I do put them in there, they'll be right at the end when you've pre-exhausted absolutely everything. So the weight on the bar, though it does matter relatively that you get stronger, is going to be nowhere near what it's like when you're power training or you're focusing on just getting a strength program going, because now we want to translate that strength into rounded deltoids. Take it a failure and we go again. Keep increasing the weight every set and every rep. I find seated gives a nice focus. There's little strain or stress on any other muscle groups, and again, less chance of cheating, because sometimes cheating is permissible but not always. Here we go. Coming from side on. We're going to have to really smash these out. Plus, I've gone with, it'll be quads and hams will be hit very hard over the next couple of months, just to bring everything back up size-wise. This was about as heavy as we went seated today. 25 kg dumbbells, quite strict. Could be on the 30 plus range before long, but it's not about the weight. Remember, all those sets beforehand, taking them to limit, pre-exhaust. So by the time you come to the top sets, you needn't have as much weight, and it's going to put less stress on the joints, the tendons, the ligaments, more on the active muscle you're trying to hit. We did do a triple drop. I'm not going to put too many of these in to start, because in all honesty, after a year of not doing this style of training, there'll be no need to do a massive amount. Bit of unilateral work and bilateral. Boom. Trust me, by this point we were burning, because I'm not used to training this way. It's been 12 months of power, strength, and real heavy arse weights. But my opinion is the next 4 months, this is what's going to envelope most of the training. So follow along, get along for the ride. Every body part's going to be hit as it should be. Lightest weight, half rep, full rep. Twist out, half rep, full rep. The pain, it was very painful actually. And I'll leave you watch the rest. Cables, front raises. Now we don't just raise it to the front. You'll see from another angle I'm actually pulling my hand, and at the top of the movement the palm is almost facing down and it's in line with my nose, so it's coming across the midline of the body slightly. There, you see it, across. Really good anterior delta interaction here. Pre-exhaust again, and then we just keep cranking the weight up. Forget about what weight's on the bar, go by the feel in the muscle. Up and across. Very little rest. That's what makes for good volume work, which is high intensity, without it actually having to be over the top amount of weight on the bar for you to overload your muscular system. Yeah. That's better. Turn up across, watch. Yep. Fuck. Rear delts, we did 2 different selections today. This was one exercise, rear cable pulleys. Again, there is the optimum amount to pull it down to. Too low when you're hitting the lats, too high you're hitting the traps. And again, there's no tricep interaction. You're not trying to extend that hinge joint of the elbow. Everything remains fixed, even though it's slightly flexed, fixed position. We also did this nexus exercise coming up after we took this to failure, before we went on to some pressing, and that was it for today. That was enough. And a firm favourite of mine, across the midline of the body, you can see it there, palms hitting away from the body, thumbs remaining pointing each other. Again, if you pull these too close down towards the lats, you're going to be hitting the lat, not the rear delt. We did about 4 sets of these. Take a look, watch, learn, listen. It did hurt. It's going to hurt because I'm not trained this way for a long time. And to finish up with some pressing, very sub-maximal pressing today, but it's a good point to start from, because by this stage the delts were absolutely fried. We didn't really want to go and lift max heavy. We will work towards that, towards 110, 120, 140k, but that's not the promise. We're trying to save our joints and tendons from that massive heavy 6 months of power-based training with a humongous weight. We're now going to prove to you that we can do it the other way, and you guys as well can get better gains in terms of musculature, in terms of aesthetics, training in a little bit of a different way. Finishing up with a Dean Delta special, calves. Again, we took no rest between sets. We were in reps of around 20 rep range. We jumped from these seated with extended knees, meaning hitting the gastrocnemius, the higher part of the calf, straight onto bent knee, soleus, which is coming up right now in a second. Here we go. We just kept the reps moving today. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Just take to the point of failure. A couple of partials near the end, and keep loading more weight on the bar. Keep the rest minimal. Keep hitting these fuckers hard.
Here we go. 1, 2. Meet me at the hotel room.
Done in real time.
No rest for the wicked, they call it.
No rest for the fucking wicked.
Come meet me at the hotel room. There we are, son. Here we go. Finish it off. Counting down from 5 to 1. Super set. 1, 2, 3.